The iPhone 14 will be better than the iPhone 13 for sure. What's up, y'all? You know who I am and you know who I'm with, but if you don't, my name is David and I'm with Max and Fix, and we're back today talking about some nice content, some nice rumors about the iPhone 14. But you know, just as a sidebar, my first play in high school was called Rumors. It was a farce, and that was my introduction into the Thespian Society. I didn't even mean to be a part of that play. I went to go help and support somebody in their audition, and I got pulled up on stage to try for a part, and boom, the rest was history. But that's enough about me. We are going to get started with what you guys are actually here for, and that is me talking with you guys about the rumors of the iPhone 14, all right? So without further ado, let's get started. So the iPhone 13 is already on the market, and that means that Apple has already started working on their next version, the iPhone 14. Although it will be available to the market or in the market somewhere between mid and the end of this year, people are already talking about it and making predictions about this new iPhone 14. Through some research we collected by some analysts, we've got some very exciting predictions. The rumors are obviously very exciting because people are saying that Apple is going to have a blast with the upgrades and the changes this time around. And as we know, Apple never disappoints, so we can assume we can assume some of it is going to be true, all right? At the end of this video, let me know what y'all think is going to be true or what y'all are hoping to be true. So what are the rumors of the iPhone 14? In this video, I'm going to tell you all the rumors that we were able to find about the iPhone 14. And honestly, they started releasing rumors the day after the 13 was released. So by now, I think we have a pretty good basis of what we have a pretty good basis of what we're excited for to go off of. But I don't know why y'all let me ask twice before we get started, before we get deeper into this. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go ahead and ring that bell so you know when our next video drops and you get the notifications, all right? So let's get started. By measuring the releases of all the iPhones in the past, it can be said that the iPhone 14 will be available in the market in about September of 2022. Maybe Apple will arrange a virtual event similar to their last two events, or they might opt for an in-person event, depending on the circumstances. We know things are still a little bit crazy out there, so we encourage you guys to be safe. But I feel like right now the conversation is moving towards how do we live with it versus how we do not, because this is not living. But let's talk about the pricing for the iPhone 14. There's no official news on the pricing just yet, but we know that the price for the iPhone 13 starts at $799. So it won't be surprising at all if the iPhone 14 has a similar starting point. Generally, this iPhone 14 is going to have better features and a better design. So there's a possibility that the top handsets could cost more than the iPhone 13 range. Also, there are rumors that there won't be an iPhone 14 mini. So you can't find a cheap model in the range of the $699. Like your iPhone 13 mini. Nothing can be said clearly until the launch, but according to the tech experts, the price of the iPhone 14 will start anywhere between $799 and get up to about the mid-thousands, depending on the configuration. Apple has launched different iPhone models since the launching of the iPhone 5S. That's when I was inducted into the iPhone family. So it can be easily said that Apple is going to make different models of the iPhone 14 that won't be matched with its previous models. One of them, as I mentioned earlier, unlike the iPhone 13, will avoid the 5.4-inch mini model of the iPhone 14. Instead of a mini model, Apple will release a new iPhone 14 Max, a 6.7-inch version of the regular iPhone 14, according to researchers. The Max will have the same size as the iPhone 13 Pro Max, with a bigger screen and a larger battery. This model will be made especially for those who want a large screen iPhone experience without paying the cost of a premium for the Pro's model better camera. So some sources claim that the iPhone 14 Max and the iPhone Pro will have a triple lens camera. But besides these one or two sources, all other analysts are pretty sure that the iPhone 14 will stick with the two lenses. That means the lens function will remain the same as the iPhone 13, and maybe some changes will be made in the lens specifications and the sensors. A great analyst for Apple Information, Ming-Chi Kuo, said that the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max would each have a 48 megapixel main camera. The camera will be capable also of recording an 8K video. He repeated this information several times. Not only that, another Apple analyst joined with Ming-Chi and also said that they both expect that the iPhone Pro and iPhone Max will have a 48 megapixel camera. Although it's just a prediction, many people are already sure about this. That isn't confirmation either, but it clearly helps Kuo's original claim. There are also saying that the Pro models also have a periscope camera for long-range optical zoom. While these are not confirmed, again, these people are pretty sure about this. For that, we'll just have to wait and see because it's clearly people are split. The battery of the iPhone 14 will be better than the iPhone 13 for sure. Some claim that the battery will be larger than the previous models, and some say that the iPhone 14 will be thicker, which could leave room for a larger one. But let's talk about the charging. If we're talking about the battery, there's no way we can leave out the charging. There's rumors also about the charging that seems to be split. Some say that the iPhone 14 will have a MagSafe charger, and others claim that the iPhone 14 will have a Lightning port based charging system. If Apple uses a Lightning port for the iPhone 14, it will definitely be a surprise to us all. As per other things, there are 2 or more rumors about the iPhone 14's design. The iPhone 14 will either have an updated design that will change Apple's look from the last 4 generations of iPhones. Otherwise, the design will be the same. According to some expert analysts, this time Apple will create a hole punch design that's preferred by Android users. Well, I'm not an Android user, but I think I'd prefer that as well. I don't think actually. I pretty much damn well know. And this refers to the removal of the iconic notch and adding a display fingertip sensor or the implementation of an under-display Face ID. Along with this rumor, people are saying that Apple will keep the squared off edges and elongated buttons that you find on your iPhone 12s. There will be no rear camera bump for the first time, which means it's going to be flat. But besides this, other experts are predicting that Apple won't reduce the notch like the iPhone 13 and won't add a hole punch design. This is a hard choice to compare and choose what to believe between these 2 rumors. But if you ask my opinion, I think that the first one is definitely more acceptable. Apple will choose the notchless design and opt for the hole punch for a fresh look. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for at least. I want more screen when I'm working with my iPhone, when I'm looking at it. So I feel like that'll be a very interesting shift. And that is one thing I'm looking forward to. But now let's talk about one of the most essential parts of the iPhone 14, its specifications and its features. All the analysts agree on one thing. That Apple will add a new chipset to the iPhone 14, and it's going to be called the A16 or the A16 Bionic. According to other sources, there will be a 4 nanometer processor, which means it's an upgrade from the 5 nanometer A15 Bionic, which Apple uses in the iPhone 13 range. Woo, tongue-tied. Even some sources are claiming that Apple will go for a 3 nanometer processor this time, but some sources are also claiming that it's hard to switch to a 3 nanometer or 4 nanometer processor, and that's why Apple will stick with a 5 nanometer yet again. There's also an upgrade to the storage section. We've seen 6 gigabytes of RAM in the iPhone so far, but some are claiming that this time around Apple's going to opt for an 8 gigabyte of RAM for the iPhone 14. Some other features like the under-display Touch ID or the Lightning port charging system could be added this time on the latest model, and I'm pretty sure that the iPhone 14 will have 5G support. It could also have a new form of 3D touch, which will use tactile feedback to make the interactions more flexible. The iPhone 13 now has a maximum storage of 1 terabyte, so it's kind of hard to predict the internal storage of the iPhone 14 just yet. Some are claiming that Apple will also make an upgrade to the internal storage and they'll go for 2 terabytes now. That's a bit much if you ask me. And Apple makes its money off of iCloud, so I mean, that's a lot of storage to put on the phone. I feel like they would definitely lose back on that iCloud. Other people are saying that they're not going to take it to the 2 terabytes anyway, and there won't be a change at all, and they'll keep it at 1 terabyte for the iPhone 14s as well. I'm very curious to know how they're going to maneuver that. 2 terabytes just seems like a lot of space to put on the phone. and I'm pretty sure there might be people who can use it. I don't know exactly what your life is like where that would happen, but I'm pretty sure those people exist. If that's you, go ahead and make a comment down below. Let me know what you do that actually would take up 2 terabytes of space on your phone. But guys, other than that, these are the rumors that we've heard for the iPhone 14 this far. If there's anything that you've heard that I've missed, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'll be looking out for you to see what you say. I was thinking about when I was talking about me being accepted into the life of the iPhone. When did that happen for you? I know a lot of people have like transitioned and transferred over from like Android or whatever you came from. I don't know if people even transitioned from BlackBerry. It would have taken you a while, huh? Well, I guess not. I mean, it just depends on when that happened. I transitioned from BlackBerry straight into the iPhone back when I was still in college. I'm not gonna say when that was, but just know it was some time ago. But yeah. Go ahead and drop us a comment. Let us know your thoughts about what I just shared. Let me know what you're looking forward to. And don't forget to let me know when you're accepted into the life of the iPhone. I'm very curious to know. That's just for me. All right. Until next time, I appreciate you guys for checking in and tuning in and listening to what I have to say. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.